Hi, I'm Laura with Rethunk by Laura. Welcome to Thursdays at 3-ish. Welcome. Let's see if anybody's joining us because we got a couple announcements before we start. Is anybody watching? We were exactly on time today. That probably throws people.
They weren't ready.
I know. Surprising that we're actually on time. We're pretty good about it, actually. We're not too bad. Nobody's watching? Do I get a break today?
No, you got one.
Oh, one.
2.
Well, it's worth doing for one. All right. How's the weather where you guys are? We are 80 degrees and sunny today. 80 degrees.
Don't say that. Some people are going through snowstorms.
Amy is my sister Amy in Colorado.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's snowing like crazy there.
Danny Martin said hi.
Hey,
Kathy
Danny.
Graves watching.
Hello. Just waiting for a couple people to come on. We'll go ahead and start with a little bit of our announcements we're going to have first. So,
Sherry Fox said hello.
Who did?
Sherry Fox.
Okay, we are... First announcement is, if you have not done so already, you need to join, post a picture.
Sergio Randolph said it's hot in Florida today. Well, duh.
It's Florida. That's a treat for you guys way more often than we get. Well, not we, but for most of us.
Judy Zimmerman said hello and it's snowing.
Yeah, see,
Ed Rodwood said hi from Woodstock.
Okay, oh, Woodstock, yay! Our Who Wore It Best contest for February. The color is Blue Spruce. It's one of our new colors in the nature-inspired collection. Make sure you are joining this.
You can see the printed lines.
Can you?
I'll go back a little bit.
Because I printed it on labels accidentally.
Oh, is that what it is? That is what
I
it is. It's right with the
accidentally
labels.
printed it on
That's
the
hilarious.
labels. Yeah, I thought paper was in the printer.
That's funny.
So make sure you post a picture, stage it beautifully. Your project has to be 80% blue spruce, and put your photo at customer service at rethunkjunkbylaura.com to enter. Prizes are fabulous. $250 in products for first place. $150 for second and for third. And if you're one of our retailers, you can join as well. You just get half of that prize value since you already get a fabulous wholesale discount on the paint since you're a retailer. But join this contest. Post your pictures by 2/28. So you still got some time. And I know a bunch of you have purchased Blue Spruce and should have been painting with it. So Who Wore It Best contest? Do what?
They're saying hi from all over. And
Yay.
Laura Lynn said, hi, Laura. You're looking extra fabulous today.
Oh, thank you. You know what I did? It popped up on my computer, and I don't know why I did it, but it popped up on my computer, so I entered the information for the 2 little questions. It asked me height and weight, and did a BMI calculator.
Oh, you had me scared.
I
I thought I wasn't there.
worked, and I do the BMI calculator, and I know I have a long ways to go still. Obese. I'm obese. That was very, very disappointing. Very, 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 very disappointing.
It gave me a new word. It put a D on it. I'm old beast.
So, Who Wore It Best contest. The second announcement we have is, if you have not done so already,
Oh, wow. We got a lot of
join
announcements.
our Creating with our TJ Paint Co. Facebook page, the Creating Facebook page. Rochelle, are you so proud of me because I have little visual aids for all of these announcements? I'm so good. So join this page. There are some amazing things going on this page, some awesome things people are sharing, and some of our retailers, the retailers are rotating, and we've got 4 this little period, and we've got 4 coming up that are fabulous, but they are doing lives that you do not want to miss. So this is what the little picture looks like when you find our Creating with our TJ Paint Co., the Facebook page. And if you did not
Everybody's
see it,
saying you look wonderful.
Oh,
you
that's
don't need to
nice,
let
whatever.
you get you down.
oh, the BMI calculator is a bad thing. Don't go there. So this past week on Wednesday, just yesterday, Sherry MacArthur with Sea Breezy Designs did a rug. She painted a rug. She stenciled a rug. It was absolutely fabulous. Watch that one. Even if you don't catch them live, they are on the page. It's worth going on there. So that happened. And then Friday, Angie Bloom is going to do a table riser with our paint, with stencils, with transfers. This is going to be an absolutely fun and fabulous project as well. I have a calendar I printed because they rotate, and we have, looks like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 8 live videos a month on this creating page. It's fact you're not gonna be able to read that, but get yourself a calendar going, and we've already got things scheduled through March. There are some fabulous ones. So Friday night is the riser. You're not gonna want to miss that. Amy Roberry, who's famous for her restoration hardware, has done a restoration hardware tutorial. I'm pretty sure she's already done that on the creating page. If not, maybe I'm thinking that because it's coming up. Amy, tell me if you already did it or if it's coming. And then we've had the rug that we did. We've had blending techniques. We've had a farmhouse top. So join that Creating with RTJ Paint Company Facebook page and join in there. Share the projects that you've done, and there is so much to learn. It's absolutely fabulous. So, last thing we're going to do is our project.
They're all saying hello and from where they're from, but you were talking, so I couldn't get to them all from.
I was talking.
But
hello
welcome,
to all of you,
hello,
wherever
you might be.
We truly are excited.
You should do Romper Room.
I should do Romper
And
Room.
I see Kathy, and
that's
see
funny. I
Amy.
remember Romper Room. That's hilarious. Okay, so today we're working on this china cabinet that I've had sitting in here forever that I'm super excited about. But before we start, I'm just going to tell you, you need to start every project with the prep. I don't always prep. We did one like maybe last week where I actually talked about the prep. You need to move your finger off the prep. Oh, sorry.
I'm joking.
Where I actually talked about the prep and how important it is. It is super important. Our retailers have posted some awesome things you can do with the prep. Everything from, like we've said, laundry stains, carpet stains, inside car interior, all kinds of fabulous things. I printed one that I found today that I thought was extra cool. This is Melissa Bear. Thank you, Melissa. This is an old radio knob, and she was afraid to soak it. Somebody told her to clean it with 409 degreaser, but she didn't have that. Plus, each knob costs $50, and it gives her a headache, and it's stinky. So she soaked them in prep and scrubbed them with a screwdriver. Fabulous. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. Prep is amazing. You can do so much with the prep. So, don't forget to prep. Don't forget to prep. So, now this we have already prepped. And I'm just going to begin with...
I'm going to step back. You're moving.
I did not have a deck of cards. All I had were Teddy's Go Fish cards, and I felt really bad using those. But Amy Roberry, when we were talking, Amy and Steven, said, okay, here's how you do the detail work on a piece like that.
Amy Roberry, speaking of her, said restoration tutorials next Monday at 2 p.m.
Next Monday too. All right, mark that on your calendar. She does a fabulous job with that, and you will be amazed at how, not easy because Amy's super talented, but how awesome it is to be able to do something like that with our product line. It's so fabulous. So next Monday at 2 p.m. Mark your calendars. Don't be doing anything else. Join in. Mark that. So Amy said, put playing cards behind here. I don't have playing cards, and there's part of me that just, I'm like, okay, I'll just show Amy I can do something else. So this is not as good. We posted Amy's TikTok where she did do it with playing cards. She's fabulous. She made it work.
People want to know if your aprons are ever going to be for purchase.
Isn't that one cute? And look,
you can buy that exact one if you want. It's got paint on it and everything. I'll send it to you.
Okay, so what I did, because I did not have playing cards, look at the difference when you paint it and when you don't. You can't even see it here. Ooh, looks like I dripped from the top. That's going to require a razor blade right there.
Way to go, Laura.
Wait.
Yeah, show them how easily the paint comes off the glass.
It's not coming off. I'm going to break all my nails.
No, don't break your nails. I'll get it. It's called a razor blade.
But look at the difference painting that makes. You don't even see it right here. So here's my playing card version. I have poster board, and I'm going to use a strip of poster board.
A what?
A strip, a piece of poster board, and we're going to put it back behind here because this one, sometimes if it's...
I'm leaving it here because she's moving a lot.
Yeah, sorry, I am moving around. Sometimes if it's the right kind of piece, then for me it's easier just to pull the little nails out and take this out. But this one is so old, that's not happening. It's got this piece of trim and
it's got the trim, and the trim, as you can tell, breaks really easily.
Yeah,
so
it
by the time we get that off,
so I'm not taking the glass out of this
it'd be a nightmare to get it back on. This is truly an antique, you can tell.
It's old.
In case people were wondering.
But bad shape, so it didn't matter.
Sounds like me, old and in bad shape.
There you go. All right.
Well, you weren't supposed to say "there you go." Holy moly!
Here. Well, part of me just.
I have wiped your tears over this whole beast thing.
Here we go.
All right.
So with that on there, and it takes 2 coats, but the nice thing is it dries.
So the sponge
quickly.
wouldn't get it just on the outside, on the...
It might, but every now and then I like to do the inside in the little...
Gotcha. No, I just wondered.
So this is going to get where I want it to get without getting on the glass. And like Amy advised with the playing cards, you're going to want to move it when it is still wet. The Miracle Brush is fabulous for this because if you can get close enough here, Tom.
It looks fabulous.
Can you get from this angle? It's hard to see where the wood is and the glass starts. But look how you can swoop down there. Woohoo! And get that.
Well, looks like you've done this before.
It is.
I need to back up.
You can kind of see. It's not a stress if you get a little
You're
bit
getting it on the glass.
Where?
What are you-
I haven't gotten any on the glass.
Oh, I thought that was glass.
You
Never
were
mind.
wrong.
Never mind.
I did not get any on the glass. Let's just clarify that.
Love your poster paper idea, they said.
Well, I will say Amy's idea is probably better. But all I had were teddy
Amy.
bears.
Amy.
I know. I love Amy. And she's always full of good ideas. Okay. I know I don't have it there. I'll get it more solid, but I feel like if I put a little
Give
bit
me a
on,
sponge and I will do this in
for our
about
first
15
coat.
seconds.
You're going to get it all over the glass. with
No,
the
I'm
sponge.
not.
Yes, you are.
You should let me test it.
Oh, you can't fix it if you get it all over the glass. 'Cause
I
it
can
does
fix
not
it because
come
if you
out.
get it all over the glass, I'm the one that's going to have to fix it anyway. You've already got it on the glass.
Well, just one spot.
I'm going to quit
Yeah.
talking, but I'm just saying.
Okay. Now, if I had a fan going, that part would already be dry. I'm gonna let it dry for a minute so I can put a second coat on because I don't want to move my paper all around until after I second coat this. Then I'll slide it down, give my first coat, then second coat. But I'm gonna leave it there for a minute so it can, that little section can dry. If I wasn't trying to talk on a video, I would turn a big old fan on and dry it quicker.
They can't hear you when you're all in your
Oh, sorry. Am I mumbling? Sorry.
in your feels.
Sorry. I get involved and I probably do mumble a little. Okay, so there is a first coat on this fabulous woodwork. I just can't believe the difference it makes when you paint it. And I'm almost thinking I want to go with a darker color on the inside because it really makes this pop. Usually I'm all about a lighter color, but I don't know. What do you think? Lighter color or keep it darker in there? Let me know. Lighter color is going to be harder because it's going to take more coats. Darker color is not going to take as many
Philip,
coats.
it's sea spray.
It is. It's a fabulous color. It's a fabulous color. I'm going to get down here real quick so when I'm going to distress in a minute. So this is, I know distressing is not like, for a while there, every piece on the planet had to be distressed. Number one, because I like it. And number two, just that was the style. It is not as much the style now, but it also never actually goes out. And the funny thing is with distressed furniture, if you look for a piece, you are either doing it yourself or buying it from someone else who did it themselves, or you're doing some kind of crazy Ethan Allen collection, some seaside collection that probably Sherry MacArthur has created, that's really actually very expensive because of the distressing and the finish. So I have a key to close this, and I probably should have closed it because it's bonking back and forth. Okay, I'm going to paint right there just so I can show you when we distress.
Amy said she's feeling the love today, but have learned everything I know from Laura.
She's so funny.
Yeah, just like me.
Right. So I'm going to distress this one because you lose the details
Are you putting
until
dishes
you
in?
distress. I don't know what I'm
No.
going to put in it. I don't know. I thought about, you said you wanted a piece in the hallway so it looks more...
You think paper plates would look good in that? Just let us know what you think.
So it
You
looks
can vote.
more residential down the hallway, like down our hallway where we live. I was thinking about putting it down that hallway against the wall.
Laura, that sounds
And then I would put like
fabulous.
frames and family pictures and stuff like that. So
I think I have you.
let me just show you some distressing. So if I'm going to distress, one of the reasons I'm doing it, if you look right here,
This does feel like a throwback.
it does.
We
I haven't
haven't-
distressed in a long time. So
I bet
come
it's been a
here.
year.
This side I distressed. So you can see this little guy right here. You can see around here. There's detail right in here. If you look on this side where I have not...
Amy Roberry said she's jealous of you having me.
I'm sure that's what she said.
She did. She said I'm jealous of that piece.
Uh-huh. I'm sure that's what she was talking
Mm-hmm.
about. So right here, you don't see this because I haven't distressed yet. It just kind of blends in. It kind of fades in with everything else. You don't see it right in here. The lines don't show up like they do when you distress. So, like, even through here, there's this line, there's this one, right over here. You lose those.
I do.
You just don't see them.
I think some pieces need to be distressed and some pieces don't. And I think the problem is we got to distressing every piece.
Mm-hmm.
and people
Not
got
every
tired
piece
of
needs
it. But yeah,
this one says
this one
distress
has
me.
all of the lines you need that for.
So I'm going to do the drawer here so you can kind of see what I'm doing. The most important thing to remember when you're distressing, you've got
You can,
my extension cord.
Laura, you
That
could have
light's
killed
down
me.
now.
Did you? You just broke all the lights,
I didn't break them all.
Laura.
I didn't break them all.
Oh my
I didn't mean
goodness,
to pull that far,
she killed
but...
it. Just absolutely killed it.
Okay.
We are so
Unplug
professional.
it.
All right, if y'all can't see this,
Someone borrowed my sander that was cordless. I don't have my cordless sander anymore.
who was it?
I don't know.
You know who
I
it
don't
was.
know. All right.
She's related to us.
Right here. Watch all the detail on this one, Pop. Yes.
Oh, they were saying if you knew what you're putting in it, you could paint the inside and know what to paint it.
Yeah, that would help. I do need to decide that. So, angle is the most important thing when you're doing this. The other most important thing, the two most important things to remember are the angle you're holding the sander, and the other thing is, remember you can always paint over it. If you can't really mess up distressing, because if you distress too much, you can paint over it. The reason angle is most important is the only time you can mess up is if you're distressing something near glass and you distress the glass. Because once you've distressed glass, there's no fixing that. But if you look at this, well, I'll just do half of it. So... when I'm doing this right here, I want all three ridges to show up. Right here, don't start painting, erasing, or stressing till you're done. I may get rid of that. I may end up liking it. When people used to distress everything, I would tell people when they were trying it, don't make a judgment about it till you're completely done. It may end up, what your mistake was, may end up being one of your favorite parts. The other thing I like to do is make sure that I have closed a square. So I'm going to go ahead and distress here. I'll show you that in just a second. I'll tell you what I'm talking about on the other piece. I love distressing!
So somebody said, ask the question, what grit and sandpaper are you using? Okay.
I'm using 80, which is probably a little
Way
aggressive.
too high for it. The problem is,
but I'm
if you're
loving
doing
it.
a hard surface, you can see the problem is usually it won't go through the paint. But in this case, it's going straight through to the wood.
This is soft
really,
wood.
Yeah, it's
Really
really
soft
soft
wood.
wood.
Mahogany is soft.
So probably a 180 might have been. But Laura likes it to be.
If I'm distressing, I want people to know I'm distressing.
Yeah.
That's the other thing that people do. I won't say that's wrong, but do, and then they end up not liking
You
it
got
as
your
much
brush.
as they're not serious
grab
to
your
it.
brush. Grab your brush and.
I'm gonna
Oh,
brush it
I
off.
thought
I was
you
gonna
were
show
gonna
them one more thing real quick. So this little ridge right here is hard for me to get an angle without hitting that right there. So because I'm using this, which is absolutely fabulous, though I
rotated the phone apparently.
I'm gonna overlap my sandpaper here so that it's gonna hit. And that was super easy to get that little line. So yes, then you're gonna take a brush and get rid of all that sanding dust. It's gonna be so pretty. So pretty. Okay, now you can see those details.
Now it looks a lot less.
Without all the dust there.
Crazy.
And when I get the drawer in, and there we go. Okay, see, that is just super pretty. I'm gonna put the drawer in.
Do you want them out? Oh, I can't.
No, I got
Never mind.
it. Okay, the top drawer is not distressed, obviously. And look at the difference in the two. See all the detail you see there? And you lose it on this top drawer, you just don't see it. Not every piece needs to be distressed, but some do. Let me do a little bit over here so you can kind of see what's going on with... Okay, come over to this side real quick? So when I say I want to finish out the square, sorry, you're standing on the cord. When I say I want to finish out a square, this is a good example over here.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. We just get on this side.
It's a little dark.
So, okay, I'm gonna do this line so that I have a square.
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna do this line so that I have a square.
Sorry, it's dark, guys.
Okay. Now I'm going to show you an example of, it's probably going to mess up and not be what I want, but how easy it is to fix it. Okay. See, this one just said distress me. This one's fabulous. It's so awesome. Okay, right through here.
So 180, is that what I understand you to say? Yeah, somewhere between 80 and 180. 80 makes it really aggressive, and 180s you can control it a little better. So yeah, somewhere in that range.
It also makes a difference how quickly after you paint it you're distressing it.
Yeah,
this was a
true.
couple days ago. That drawer I painted right before the video today, and it is much easier to distress that than this. Here I was really pushing to get the paint off. So it also depends on how quickly after you're doing that. So come over here, let me show you. This is going to mess up, but I want to show you how easy it'll be to fix it. I'm not worried that it's going to mess up. Let me get this back.
So you're going to purposely mess up.
No, it's just going to happen. I love that, and normally you don't see that.
That sounded good.
Well, it didn't mess up as bad as I thought it was going to, because I'm pretty fabulous. Normally, I hit in the middle here when I'm distressing. I had to repaint some there. This doesn't bother me, though. I don't think I'm going to do anything. When I was distressing everything, because that's what everybody did, was distressing everything, Tom used to say to me, does everything you own have to look like it was drug around the block behind a pickup truck? And the answer was yes, because that's when you see how pretty it is, and that's what you need to distress. If you're doing a coffee table or something kind of plain, and you're feeling like you want to distress because you're going for that vibe, that beachy vibe, that whatever look, that shabby chic, don't do the top. You need to have a visual point for your eye to hit when you look at something. And remember that although you're painting it and looking at it and thinking, oh, that looks so plain, you're going to put your flowers on it or your magazines or candlesticks or whatever it is. So don't go crazy. You can always distress more later. Of course, you can always paint over it. But there are people that go way crazy with it. Distress the architecture that you want to see, not just a flat surface for the heck of distressing a flat surface. So let me show you right in here, because this is going to be fabulous too. That was the paper. That was the paper. Okay, here we go. Oh, this is so fun! Okay. This is great because this is a mess up, and this is what I hate, and this is what people do a whole lot. Well, I mean, if you want to do it, you can. Right here, that does not look like authentic distressing. That looks like my sander hit something weird right there. So I can either go in and be more aggressive with it so that it looks like it actually was drug around the block behind the pickup truck. Look how soft this wood is. Look at all the dust coming off. So I can either go back in and distress a little more so it looks like I meant to do it. That's what you want it to look like, you meant to distress it. Or I can come back in with the miracle brush and just erase wherever I get a spot that I'm not liking. So I mean, anywhere. Like this kind of looks like if the sander skipped. Since I got rid of that, this is more my focal point now. So.
Somebody doesn't want to distress, would a glaze bring out the detail?
Yes. I am going to say yes. And if I say yes, I can also sell another product. But sometimes on a piece like this, for me, I feel like that's going to take me so much longer. But it's a totally personal preference.
If it's an older piece, sometimes it's nice to have distressing. And glazing can be, if you've glazed, I shouldn't talk, I'm sorry. No. But glazing is wonderful and great, but some people don't know how to do it, and it ends up taking longer than just distressing it because they don't know how to work glaze.
You also have to and everybody can learn how to work glaze. There's a little bit
anybody can learn, but if you don't know how, if you've never used glaze before, a sander's
sometimes
quicker.
I prefer sanding on a piece like this because this had so much damage. Glaze is going to totally pick up all of that damage in there. And I can either leave it or distress it. If I'm glazing, you got to commit. You kind of got to distress everything. I can't glaze in here because this is actually really pretty and then stop right here and it will pick up.
People are asking what you're going to do on the inside. They've moved on.
On the inside of the piece?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't decided. I asked you all.
Well, everybody said blue spruce.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if it would... I don't know if this would pop like I want it to.
I think it needs to be a nice sunset or a coral crush.
No, it doesn't. Okay, so just as you can see, I'm painting this a little bit too soon because it hasn't dried yet, and I'm going over it, and the color's coming. But now I'm just going to move my playing cards down this direction so I can get a first coat on the next section, and that's how I'm gonna paint this whole little guy. So he looks fabulous, and see, you don't have to be, once you've got that poster board or playing cards back there, look how great that turned out. Isn't that so pretty? I'm so happy. So happy. This is going to be a gorgeous piece when it's done. Any questions about distressing? Oh, there's one more thing I want to show you. Any questions about distressing? Any questions about anything we've been doing? Okay, last little tip for my hardware. I've got things distressed, and I don't want to stick the hardware on there and have
Jamie Moore said she's painting blue spruce as she speaks.
I love blue spruce. I just don't know that I want the back of that to be the blue spruce. I'm just not, I don't know. You will all definitely see the finished product. Okay, so this hardware is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. But again, I want the architecture to show up, and I know I've done this before, but it always makes me happy. So I'm just putting a little bit of paint on my thumb. Ready? Here we go. Not enough. Okay, do you see how it totally picked up that architecture? Now you see the architecture.
Well, you keep moving it.
Oh, sorry. I was going to do this piece too.
Goodness gracious.
Sorry.
I'll just pick it up and show it myself.
Okay, and it blends with the piece more, but you pick up, you see all of that detail. Look at that. Look how cool that is. Just rubbing my thumb across it to bring that out. And you just want a tiniest bit of paint. You can come back in with more. It's easier to come back in with more than to take it off. But look how pretty that is when you highlight those details with the color you're painting with. Look how pretty. Isn't that awesome?
Perfect. Yeah, that's great.
It is great, isn't it?
It's awesome, Laura. Just like you.
Paint is a wonderful thing. It makes things fresh and new and beautiful. Did anyone know there were leaves on the drop piece of that? I think not. All right, so now I've got that versus, where's my other one? Versus plain old. And again, it's personal preference.
They called it dry thumb.
Yeah, it's not dry brushing, it's dry thumbing. You're right. So, all right. Any questions? Anybody have any questions? Nope. Thank you so much. Keep posting color options for the inside of this. I can't decide. But Tom, look at that. Look how beautiful it's going to be. Show the piece again. It's going to be fabulous. It's going to be so pretty. I'm so excited. I still got some stuff on the bottom because I got to crawl around there on the bottom and paint the bottom. But it's going to be a super pretty piece when it's all done. Super pretty. Yeah, I can't wait. Thank you for joining us. If you missed the first of the live video, make sure you are entering the Blue Spruce contest. Who wore it best this month? You can win $250 in products, Okay. You can win $250 in products. First prize, second prize, and third prize are $150 each. Post your picture. It needs to be 80% blue spruce. Post it by submitting it to customer service at rethunkjunkbylara.com. Has to be in by the 28th. You've got plenty of time to order it, paint it, and post it. So don't be saying you don't have time.
They're saying wheat field and fog for the inside.
Ooh, fog could be real pretty on the inside. It's not stark like a white. That could be very pretty. Ooh, yeah, that could be pretty. And then make sure you have joined the creating page, Creating with RTG Paint. Fabulous Facebook page. Just yesterday, we had a live tutorial by one of our fabulous retailers on how to paint a rug. Yes, you can paint a rug. This Friday, there is a riser project. Absolutely fabulous. And then Monday, I think, it's Amy is doing her restoration hardware finish. So there is so much fabulous content on this page. Make sure you have joined that page and that you're posting projects you did and that you're watching the wonderful tutorials. So thank you so much. Appreciate each and every one of you. Happy rethunking.